Okay then. There we go.
Yo,
What's up?
Ryan or Dean's taking a
He's
leak.
taking a shit.
God damn it, guys.
Enjoy the shit.
Enjoy this.
Are we doing this or what?
I think so. I think we got a pretty ghetto setup right now.
Alright.
You're.
I didn't get you guys. You guys have a good Christmas?
We did actually.
Very merry.
All right, Ryan, you're here. So I think we're set.
Wait, hold on. Brandon, you had a good Christmas?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Enrique?
It was quite lovely. How about yours?
I mean, I wasn't on a plane, so it was cool.
That's gotta be interesting. I've never done that.
That was interesting. Wait,
All right, before we start,
is that family out here?
Ryan, I'm gonna play something for these guys, but you're not gonna be able to see it. All right? Sorry,
Well, then what the fuck am I here for?
I just want to see what happens.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
What the hell is this?
Enrique, watch this.
Damn, he's listening. He listened to the podcast.
How dare you not watch this?
Maybe she will be special.
Ryan, we're watching the last scene from the movie AI. Enrique said on his
Dude,
podcast
this is
that
like
it was
7
gonna make him
minutes.
cry. He's covering his eyes. He won't even watch it.
I can't even hear what the hell he's saying.
No,
Why are you covering your face?
the part that comes
What part's the bad part?
when the mom says "I love you."
Is it right here?
No, it's like 5 minutes. The mom. This is like a figment.
Playing this. This is depressing.
Don't do this.
Don't do this.
Don't do this to me. Oh my.
I've never seen that movie.
It's super sad. It's like Pinocchio.
Is it this part here?
It's like a messed up Pinocchio. It's getting there.
It's getting there.
It's like super depressing.
Well, it looks like a boring ass movie.
No, it's a good movie.
I don't think so.
Spielberg.
Spielberg has not made all gold though.
Yeah, well,
He made some fool's gold.
oh gosh. Don't do this to me.
Have you seen this, Dean?
No.
You have to see it. It's really good. Do you love your mom? I really recommend you watch it because.
Did you just ask me if I liked my mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love my mom.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Do I like my mom? I do. I love my mom.
I love your mom, too.
Hey, that's my mother you talking about. No, I was kidding.
Dude, that's cool.
No, I was joking.
In my phone, under mother number 2.
We watched that movie Four Christmases like we do every year. And the scene where his friend is dating his mom, and he's like, "You can't be my friend when you're sleeping with my mother. You were my best friend."
And not anymore.
We used to smell each other's hands.
Yeah.
Oh, Enrique.
This is coming along.
Rabba.
This is moving along too slow, Dean.
I was just
No,
trying to see if
the
he was...
grand finale is when he tells his mom.
What? Where is it?
The mom says, "I love you." That really just gets to me. The little Teddy. Come on, I love little Teddy.
I feel like I'm scrolling through a porno right now, trying to find the right scene.
Hey, guys.
Oh God, here he comes.
Is she dying? Are you filming this?
Oh, damn you! I hate you.
Oh man.
No, if you watch this movie, it's so sad and depressing. It's
Why would I want to watch him?
honestly like there's little tears
kids?
coming out of my.
The kid's crying.
Isn't he an android or something?
He's an android, but all he wants is his mom to love, and she can't love him because
I
he
was just starting to feel love.
the mom like has something for the kid. The dad doesn't really give a shit, and there's like a real child who's the brother, and he's like an asshole, and then he just like whenever the mom gets kind of close to him and like has feelings towards him, then the mom's like, then he notices that, and then he like sets the kid up to like fuck up, and so eventually they have to get rid of him, so they take him like in the middle of the woods and they just let him free, and then he like
The real kid or the robot kid?
the robot kid.
Oh, okay, so he won't die.
Well, the thing is like he doesn't know, like he's programmed to like like he unconditionally loves the mom, which is like something that's not supposed to happen.
This sounds like an awful movie.
It's a really good movie. If you have feelings, you should watch it.
You have feelings?
It
No.
sounds like a really bad movie.
No, it's really good. It's really good.
Well, yeah, I was listening to your podcast and you were talking about how that movie made you cry, and I was
No,
like, I'm gonna get him.
It's like up there. Like if I were to watch that like without you guys fucking talking, I would cry.
If you just would watch that 8-minute scene with no interruptions, you would cry.
Every once in a while I watch it because I'm like an emotionally constipated individual. So
An emotionally
What does that
constipated individual.
Wait, so you watch something to make you cry?
yeah, it's just like it's
That makes no sense. If you were emotionally
it's
constipated, you just ignore
of the
it.
soul. It's pretty much
It's a
X-lax.
laxative of the
Bill
soul.
Burr is one of my favorite comedians, and the line from one of his stand-up is, "Ignore your feelings, act like you have answers, do some man shit." And
Yeah, well,
It's like
he
I want to
cries
get
too.
that. I want to put that on a painting, like that "Live, Laugh, Learn" or whatever.
Right.
I want that to be it.
Oh my gosh,
Ryan, you still with us?
he's crying right now.
Okay.
Ryan tuned out. He's like, all right, this is stupid conversation.
literally muted you guys. I can't see anything.
All right. Pop me open
You,
one more of those.
you
beers.
literally missed nothing.
I just want you guys to know I'm sitting in a basement by myself, drunk, talking to you guys on the phone.
Good.
Sounds like a good time to me. All right, let's get to it. You
Well,
guys ready?
One of the things I wanted to add that wasn't on the set list is like pick your favorite like Padre moment this year or something like that. Something to like reflect back on.
Okay, we went to opening day. It was fun.
That was it. Dude, was it fun? We didn't score a run that game.
It wasn't that much fun.
How?
And I'm
No,
pretty
it's not
sure
as
Chase
bad.
had to cost us
That
the
wasn't
game.
this year. That was last year. The 15-0. Wasn't it like 15-0 like 2 years ago?
No, I think we
against the
lost
Dodgers?
1-0, didn't we? And Clayton Richard pitched like a gem.
No, but last year it was like 15-0.
Yeah, the year before that it was.
Oh, that
terrible.
was even worse. At least
Yeah.
this one we were competitive, but I'm pretty sure Clayton Richard actually pitched a gem on opening day.
He pitched well.
Yeah.
I was like, see his name. I was like, no, shut up. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the Padres right now.
I know. I was just saying it would be cool to do like a year in review type thing where you pick your favorite moment in sports this year.
It's got to be strictly Padres or.
No, you could do.
It's got to be
I mean, it-
well, it's Chargers for me.
Steelers, they beat the Chiefs, they beat the freaking Seahawks, they beat the Titans in London.
but we're all Padre fans, so
You could bring up the Chargers if you want, if that's your moment of sports.
Dude, those were some of the
reflection.
best moments. I know you're a bitter ex-Chargers fan, but those games were so good. You have to admit.
both me and Dean literally have no feelings for the Chargers. I don't know about you, but
You have no feelings for AI, and you have no feelings for the Chargers. What
I
kind of-
don't. I just
You
like
guys are just bitter old
they're
humans.
just dead to me. I don't know.
Cheese and they don't like freaking french fries. They're not human beings.
It was like watching any other sports team that I don't care about, and I'm like, yeah, they played. That was a good game. Like,
Yeah, that's
Even if you
exactly.
didn't care, no, it
like,
was an
like it wasn't as
excellent game.
it wasn't as exciting as some of the other games I've seen this season.
No, it was an what? Okay, what are better games that you have seen?
There is no. So this game wasn't the most exciting game. I also thought it was also one of the most boring games.
Which one?
Was the Chiefs and Rams game? But that game's more.
That was them.
game's more exciting than any other Charger game I've seen this season. I'd watch that game again than any other one of these games. Any one of their games.
Worst football game in football history.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. But I don't think that I don't think Charger games have been as exciting. I watch them and I'm just like, that was good football.
No, you're being.
But you could say that about. You can see that week
Steelers
one,
game
week
last
one,
minute,
Aaron
and-
Rodgers.
and the fact that there was like what 2 offside
week-
calls.
Week one, Aaron Rodgers when he came back from that knee
That
injury.
was a really good game. I didn't like it because there was fantasy implications, and that really just ticked me off.
You know,
I think
that
I was
was
playing
exciting.
Ryan, right? Yeah.
Let me get into this podcast thing because I don't want to talk about Chargers because it's negative.
We're not going to be negative. I don't hate on the Chargers. I let them do their own thing. I don't care about the Chargers, and if you guys care about them, you guys can talk about them. But I don't. I don't know. To me, it's like. It would be like me talking Clippers basketball to you. That's literally what it's like to me.
No, because I care about the Clippers because you do, Brandon.
But I care about the Chargers about as much as you guys care, because I know you guys care about them. That's the only reason why I like the Chargers.
Number 3 basketball team because you like them.
But then I don't know. It's just the Chargers are the only reason why I want the Chargers to win is because I know it makes you guys happy. Otherwise, I don't really care.
I'm with you, Ryan. I love them. I'm with them. I'm going to be at the parade. They're hurt. Show me on your body where they hurt you. Yeah, there you go. Right in the asshole.
They did this to me.
All right, let's go. Right, you ready? All right. What's up, everybody? Episode 29. This is our year-end podcast. Last one of the year. So I said last week, this is our last next week is our last podcast, and I didn't add of the year. So I had a couple people saying, oh, you guys not doing it next year? You guys just ending it this year? No, we'll be back in 2019, being the number 1 podcast in San Diego.
Ooh.
Just keeping it going. We have a guest on the show tonight from the number 4 podcast in San Diego.
You're funny for that one.
The
hang challenge.
The ex Taco Thanos because somebody beat him in eating taco competition at
I'm
the
on a
Christmas
diet.
party.
I'm
the
trying to start off
man.
my 2019.
We have the man that weighs more than Tim Allen in Santa Claus.
Oh,
we have
a little weight.
A little weight? This looks like a little weight to you.
What up?
Have the Senor S.A. Sneaky Enrique in the house.
What's up, Essies? It's me. The sneak effect is in full effect.
Enrique with the All Bad podcast.
What's up? How we doing?
Let's get this out of the way. Shout out Philly Phil. I know he's just listening to it till he hears his name. You can.
By the
turn it
way,
off
it's
now.
just Philly.
You can turn it off now.
Philly, yes. Philly Phil. Yeah. I know you hate sport. We cannot discuss sports on the podcast.
So,
The second we get into it, he just he makes that cringy face, and it's just like.
Well, this is
Well,
your
that's not his
chance. This
You know
is
what I
your
mean? That's not
chance
his bag of
to get your
expertise.
sports
He's
out of your
more
system.
Well, the
music
thing is
and
afterwards
movies and
we go
stuff.
downtown and we'll go to the bars to watch the games because we're big into the whole Sunday Funday thing.
Yeah.
And he's downtown and he's just rooting for whatever team we're going for, and he's acting like he's just all
fangirling
into
out.
it. Yeah. And it's just. I know. Pretty much. But now he's back. He went from the Rams to the Broncos to now he's back on the Chargers bandwagon. So I'm like, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, he's a disgusting individual to begin with. But
Well, I'm glad we shouted him out so we can stop listening after that point.
I know.
But yeah, Enrique, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Ryan, if everybody listening, if our audio is kind of bad for Ryan, he's out in Indiana, so we have him on speakerphone. He's said he's recording from a basement in Indiana.
He's got a few drinks in him too. It sounds like.
Well, I mean,
drinking.
if you're sitting in a basement, wouldn't you be drinking?
You have to. No.
Basement sober? Some serial killer shit.
Pretty much.
Is it cold out there, Ryan?
Sounds like a good time.
30? Wow.
You said 40?
Negative.
Regular 40.
Oh,
Regular 40.
I was
Oh, so
what
it's
the
like
heck? That's
it's a little colder than what it is in the morning when we wake up here. Like by minus 15 degrees.
So it's like, that sounds cold because I'm sitting in a t-shirt right now. You can't do that in Indiana. You got to have yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm wearing pants.
Well, that was.
Wear
I
pants.
feel weird. I have to ask you multiple times to put pants on Alan.
Like, it's funny 'cause my parents bought, like I was telling them, they bought like big ass baskets and everything. Like, we're in Chicago, it's gonna be cold. I was like, guys, it's not gonna be that bad. And it has. Like, everybody's probably like, oh my god, it's so warm.
That's good. But yeah, it's Ryan. You were flying Christmas Day. You guys landed safely, so
Yeah, we got in around 1:30-ish. We hung around Chicago for a bit, went to an Irish bar,
Nice.
drinks, played pool.
that sounds like a fun little Christmas.
Yeah, it was nice, man. We got some time with family. Had a good time. I had to drive back to Chicago, Indiana, 3-hour drive. Not fun, but like, you know, a 3-hour drive, like when you're on, let's say Vegas, you're driving through like scenery and everything. Like from Indiana to Chicago, it's just a straight freaking line.
And it's flat.
Yeah, it's just flat over there, middle of the country.
You didn't hit any deer this time.
God,
No.
right. Intense. That looked good. I saw it on your Instagram, or maybe it's Shaylee's.
Yeah. You guys have a good Christmas, the brothers.
Yeah,
The
we
brothers.
spent it together.
Yeah, and tradition. We usually go to DeMilli's. It's like a local Italian restaurant for Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
and then we cooked like a roast for for Christmas dinner.
Christmas.
And-
Presents.
Yeah, that's right. Ryan did come over for a little bit.
Nice.
He needed a 100-foot Ethernet cable, and I built one for him. So
Nice.
Hey.
he had to come pick it up. And there he goes.
That's right. Dean's on Kitty Watch.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. My Christmas was pretty good too. I mean, low key.
No one asked.
I'm kidding. That's the hard part about being the host, right? No one goes, "What
I
about
was
you?"
gonna ask you. So
You
yeah,
know?
how was your Christmas?
That was good.
He's,
it was
he's
fun.
sensitive right now
Low key.
because Sarah's in the Bay Area right now.
She's probably coming back.
Is that where her family's at? Or
Her mom has a cousin that lives in Newport Beach, so they drove up there for the day and they're coming back down. No, she came over for the house. She came over. No, she came over and so Sarah gets real emotional with gifts. So we did them privately. We did them like down at this house and as opposed to in front of my parents' house. Because I really pride myself on making the women in my life cry for gifts. Like my mom, if I give her a gift, I want her to get emotional for the gift. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a tough thing
I
to
really
do.
want to get that sentimental gift that I know that she's gonna be like, this is absolutely amazing.
right.
So I do that for Sarah too, and going strong.
Well,
Like
what'd
3
you
years
get
at
her?
3 years in a row that I've made her cry.
Oh,
Ooh.
I got her.
ring?
Well, I got her like no, I didn't get her a ring. I'm
Kidding.
not that dumb. I heard on your guys. Hold on, I heard on your guys' podcast you were talking about buying women jewelry.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Jewelry, roses, flowers, whatever. No.
There's a funny story. There's a funny story about Ryan buying jewelry, but we won't get into it. No. I was going to talk about when you bought Tiffany's. From that the jewelry store Tiffany's. Yeah, but anyway, so I got Sarah like a spa day package thing, and then I got her a Sony A6000 camera.
Nice.
It's super nice, super nice camera. Shoots in 4K. I got her the extended lens, so there's one that's like 15 to 22 or 25 millimeters. And the other one's like 18 to 55
Millimeters.
So it's got a good zoom. What's up? Yeah, Brandon.
I think that's
Brandon
that's a messed up thing that
Brandon's face just dropped.
Wait,
He was
what?
like, he was like, what do you mean?
Wait,
I had something
what?
planned.
Wait,
trying
what
to steal
happened?
people's. That's like stealing someone. That's stealing someone's thunder when people do that.
Somebody's
Like,
happiness.
Oh, somebody's trying to get engaged at the wedding?
Oh yeah, don't act like you didn't just.
No, I didn't hear what he
Your
said.
plan just got thwarted. That's a fun word. I like that word.
Well,
yeah, Dean.
trust me, it ain't happening.
Yeah, Dean.
No, it ain't happening. I'm not gonna. When I propose to somebody, I don't want to be so inebriated that I won't remember it. And I plan on being so drunk at Ryan's wedding. What? So, Sarah's other gift for Christmas. I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking. What?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Oh, man.
Don't do it, kid.
I will. Don't worry.
I give you 2 years.
How long do you give your brother?
I don't know.
How
I think-
long
I
do you
think-
give
I think this
yourself?
I think right here, this is the 2-year club right here.
How long do you give yourself? Yeah, let's. How long
2
do you
years.
give?
I give myself 2 years.
That's not your New Year's
I'm not,
resolution.
my New Year's resolution is 2 years.
Well, I heard him in the kitchen on Christmas Day
Hey,
talking. Hey.
Oh, what is this? Let's go. The breaking
He said-
news on
He said
Yeah, we
he
got-
said it's time.
on
That's
the
what I
All
heard.
Dad
We got a snitch in the house.
the All Dad podcast. Breaking news on
No,
the Three
this is
Amigos
not-
podcast.
That's not what's happening. I said, the time will come eventually.
Uh-huh.
It's been whatever 10 years.
And it's about to come to a close.
It's about to go down. Let's see.
Exciting. Good job, Enrique. Proud of you.
No, it hasn't happened.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. I gotta get my
He's
life
been
together.
he's been saying that for years though. So,
This year I gotta get a new car and stuff.
but every
so,
once in a while, I actually
ring-
believe him.
Ring is like secondary. Third.
You can make payments.
I'm not gonna make payments on a wedding, a ring, a car.
Yes, you are.
Well,
gonna
how
happen.
expensive is
join
that ring gonna be?
I
Well,
don't
you have
know.
to spend 10.
I thought it was what? Isn't it
What was
supposed to be
it? What was it? 25% of your annual salary or
No, I
something
know it's
ridiculous?
supposed to be like 2 months' salary.
No, it's supposed to be 2 months, but Michael Scott in the office was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
it's supposed to be this amount."
What'd you say, Ralph?
What did I say?
3 years?
No. I did not say 3 years. You have to have 3 years salary.
Jeez, that would be so much.
Hell no.
That'd be ridiculous. If
I
you
don't
make
have
a,
that.
Are you kidding me?
I don't have
Maybe
that kind of money in the
I could
bank.
buy. I could pay cash. I could pay cash for a Tesla if I did that.
Maybe he's saying you needed to be together for at least 3 years.
That sounds more like it. Not 3 years salary. I did not say 3 years. Think about how much that would be.
That would be so much.
If you make let's just say you make $40,000, it's $120,000 on a ring. It's like a
Yeah.
down payment on a house. I don't know.
I doubt Dean would say 3 years. Let's see, maybe 3 months. And even then, that's
3 months is about what you spend.
still a lot.
We'll take.
She's getting the $500. Oh no, I'm getting it at like.
He's like, I'm getting a blow pop.
I'm getting it. Yeah.
Oh, that 25
I'm getting the one that has the spider.
I'm
on
just gonna fold one up out of paper and give it to her.
There we go. See all that? You guys are just ruining my vibe right now.
We're killing the vibe.
Killing the vibe. First they brought Padres into this. Now they're talking shit about the Chargers. Now they're bringing marriage and stuff.
Don't worry, I'll cut a bunch of this out because we're already
Yeah.
deep in it.
Wait, what's wrong with the Padres?
Yeah. I want to step up to the plate. I want to talk
Get
shit about
married.
you.
That's right.
Okay,
Step up to
Dean
the
and
plate.
Brandon, you give the Chargers too much shit. Okay. There we go.
There you go, Charger talk.
What
No,
are you, the stepchild amigo? I thought we were 3 amigos.
I have a hard time every time you guys talk shit about the Chargers.
I don't talk any shit about the Chargers.
I don't talk shit.
You guys just want us to be Charger fans badly.
And
That is what
don't want to
it
be a
is.
Charger. You know how? Okay, look, I don't talk shit about the Chargers, right? I
Right.
don't talk shit. I just don't want to be a fan.
That's
There
how-
shouldn't
that's
be anything
exactly
wrong
how
with
I
not being
feel.
a fan.
You go.
Sarah's family.
Ryan.
Sarah's
talk
family
about the
is having.
Chargers.
They're having a meetup this Sunday. They're all meeting up to go watch the Charger game and all this stuff at their aunt's house. And I told Sarah, no, I don't want to go.
What are you gonna take a knee?
I'm just not gonna go. What now? All of a sudden, I'm a bad. I don't want to. I just don't want to watch them.
I just don't.
Why?
I just don't.
How is that me hating them?
I don't hate them.
There's gonna be some good football. What about that?
and
There's gonna be some
and
good football.
like we were
this
saying
football.
before, I kind of root for them just because I know it makes you guys happy, but I don't
I
care.
know.
Me personally, I don't care if they win or lose. I mean, I want you guys to be happy, and that's like a secondary thing. Yep. Yeah, and I don't have a team though.
Yeah. I'm hurt. I am. You know what the Chargers are? The Chargers are like your ex-girlfriend. Doesn't matter which one. It was like nope, I'm not talking to them anymore. They're dead to me. They're gone. They're on my Dunzo list.
No, the football used to be my second favorite. But
Dunzo.
I just can't
What's
do
your
it.
first favorite?
No, baseball's always
Okay, I
been.
thought you were gonna say basketball. So.
I just am not as big into it now. Now that the big hits are gone, though. That also took a little bit out of it.
I'm changing my favorite sport.
I'd rather watch the draft over like the home run. I like baseball, but I'd rather watch the draft over home run derby and the All-Star game.
Well, it's because it's scheming. That's
Yeah,
why.
there's so much more importance that goes into draft than
Yeah, but,
a
I mean,
home
the
run.
All-Star game, I feel like
Like you have no control over the All-Star game or the home run derby. You can't sit there and be like, "Oh, he's gonna hit a home run." The draft, you could be like, "They should go this because they need a DN, they need a linebacker."
But you could-
well, baseball
like-
definitely has the best All-Star game /
no hockey.
I wouldn't know.
The draft in the NBA Finals.
Ooh,
I would not.
I
but-
don't
Yeah, I would. I would. I don't.
No, I don't even know if they're gonna win it this year. To be honest,
I couldn't
so.
even tell you what month or season the NBA Finals is
June. It's always in June.
in. No.
But you guys, you're not a basketball fan, or that big of one. But you football's way more of a priority to you then. Well, and that's why you'd prefer to watch the draft because and I don't have a problem with that, but
Hey, you tried to hate him for a year too. You hated him. You hated him for a solid 6 games last season. They started off at a terrible 0-4. You were trying to be a Panthers fan. I'm hating.
I will say this.
Asking myself.
This is just from what I observed. Ryan tried to hate the Chargers, and it just didn't happen. And that's exactly how I remember it. I remember he tried to hate him for like an off season, and then just it didn't happen.
I'd prefer them to move to South Africa.
would
Shit.
you be a fan of them if they were the South African Chargers?
Yes.
What is it about LA that you hate?
It's
Too
just
close.
it's
I love LA. There's
You
so much
love
fun
LA?
things to do. Yeah, there's like Disneyland and shit.
That's Anaheim.
I-
That's not
it-
LA.
That's LA.
to me it's not the location. It's the disrespect of leaving a city. Yeah.
Well,
It's happened to a lot of sports teams. It's happened to.
you want to know? You want to know why I'm so hurt?
But
Tell
the
me.
Chargers have spent their
It's because
entire...
I'm so easily to just hop right back on the bandwagon.
You are.
I'm so ready to be a Chargers fan. I just can't let myself do it
But
because
the
it's
thing
been
is-
too long. It's been too long.
What's gonna happen if they win?
What happens if coming Sunday I show up with my Gates jersey on and I'm full on let's go Chargers? I look like a fucking bandwagoner.
No, you won't.
I can't be
Honestly-
a fan of them now.
Honestly, this is what happens.
You can't be a bandwagon because
You wanna know-
you grew
you
up
are-
as a fan of them when they were
You were
shitty.
hurt.
Ryan, you
They
know
hurt
you know
you.
how I've been working on this house a lot? You know what hat Sarah always sees me wearing and it's not my fault? It's a Charger hat.
Damn, guys.
And I tell her that I'm just getting it dirty. That's why.
This is a therapy session right
It's a
here.
therapy. All right, let's get into it then. I gotta ask Enrique with the All Bad podcast.
Yes.
What is this DBT? What is that? What is DBT?
DBT stands for doing big things. And we've been doing big things.
Oh,
No,
you guys like big things? I got one over here.
Sure you do. No, it's just
Bigger than a
something
mouse.
that it's really
Bigger
comes
than
out-
a mouse.
It's Philly Phil's monster. You know, he's trying to start some sort of group, and he's done so since high school. I'm the last of the DBTs. He hasn't given any sort.
Yeah. You know, guys, you know about HMD.
No.
So HMD is
That-
hold my dick,
and
and that's what we call ourselves. We're the HMD gang.
Well,
That's
yeah,
us.
you know,
come
you
over here,
remember-
hold my dick.
And you
You
know what
remember
that's
the-
from, right?
You remember the
Hold my-
Marshawn
yeah.
Lynch thing where you hold my dick?
Beastquake.
Yeah,
That's one of the best runs. They kind of compared that to
that was going to be the name of our podcast, but we thought that was going to be too hard to.
what?
HMD podcast.
Because people are always going to ask what that
What does that stand for?
stood for.
Hold my dick.
Yeah, that probably would go over well with talking.
That was arguably like
You don't wanna talk
the
to that
best
about
play
your-
that I've seen in my lifetime for football.
Oh yeah. Well,
What?
no. I think that Derrick Henry run has overtaken that.
Yeah, they kind of compared the two.
And they were very similar. Yeah.
I still like the
there was
Marshawn
one,
Lynch
wasn't
one.
that
Well,
a playoff game with the
Yeah, that was a
There was a
playoff
lot on
game.
the line, and Marshawn Lynch is Derrick Henry's huge.
That's the only difference.
He's huge.
He's huge. But he went for 99 yards. You know how many more faster people there were on the other side of the ball
He was
than
like
him?
a Ninja Turtle. He was like a Predator Ninja Turtle. And he's just like knocking these dudes out like he's making. Yeah,
The real question is why haven't they been using him more? But
They've been saving him.
they've been
they've
saving
been
him.
saving him.
They've
Yeah.
been saving him for yeah.
They wanted to wait just till.
No, don't
They-
go there.
What did you say?
What happened? Ryan. Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
I think everyone would agree with that. That's
Yeah,
right.
even like since you've been in the league, well, they had what DeMarco Murray. That's who was the starting back there.
And DeMarco's only good in Dallas because that O-line.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, speaking of football, we have the last week of the NFL, Week 17. The games that matter this week.
I was
There's
looking
a
at this.
few. There's more than 2 games. There's a few games that matter. Some have higher playoff implications.
There's a lot.
Which one? The Vikings of theirs is massive. The Eagles one is massive, and I think the Ravens game is massive.
I'm hoping the Browns knock them off.
I was-
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's go through it.
Well, wait up. I wanted to say this. When was the last time you saw only one division title clinched?
Yeah,
The-
that's the other thing that's crazy. It's
The
one
AFC
clinch,
the
and it's
AFC
not even a bye. It's not even a first round
Yeah.
bye that's clinched. There's other things that could happen.
Yeah, there's like things like Texans can be either the 1 seed to the
Yeah.
6 seed. Like there's just so much on the line this week, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm so hyped.
Yeah. Well, so
Well,
Yeah.
the Browns look scary, man. They've won 5 of their last 6 games.
What?
This is my bold prediction.
that's why I feel bad for Minnesota because Chicago has nothing to lose. They don't have to win. They don't have to lose. They don't have to do anything. Minnesota has to win that game to get in.
They kind of underperformed this year, right?
Oh, for sure they have.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Let me run through real quick. So we have New England going against the Jets. If the Patriots win, they get the number 2 seed. If the Houston plays the Jaguars, if the Texans win, they get the 3 seed. Then the big games are the Raiders, Chiefs, as we said, the Chargers and Broncos. So this was the part I was trying to say. If the Chiefs win, they get the first round bye. But if the Chiefs lose and then the Chargers win, the Chargers get that first round bye.
Yeah, they
Like,
get
that's
home
ridiculous.
field advantage for the
And-
playoffs too,
yeah.
right?
Like those games lead it to everything. Yeah.
I was
Very
saying,
true.
I was seeing that in the Chiefs game, other than just more of like a moral victory, like. The Raiders have been playing
Yeah,
better
the
ball
Raiders have
lately.
been playing good. I see that being a close one.
Yeah. Well, I think the game of the week is going to be the Cleveland and the Baltimore game. Because if Cleveland wins, yeah. But I think, and they're probably not going to play a lot of their starters, so the Vikings have a chance. But in Cleveland's playing for, nothing. If they win, then Pittsburgh wins.
Oh, there's all eyes on, like Antonio
You know what I mean?
Brown.
Like-
Antonio Brown posted on his Instagram. He posted like a bunch of brown jersey, but it has S's on it. So he's rooting for the Brown. Like all eyes are going to be on that game.
Yeah.
I was going to say earlier, this is my bold prediction for next year. Browns are going to win the NFC or AFC North.
No.
I think they're going to get that division title. The Browns are good, man.
I think the Ravens, are going to be the scariest team for the future.
I would rather play the.
I think
Steelers
Lamar
in the
Jackson
playoffs
should have won
than-
2 Heismans. He had more passing yards, more rushing yards in his second season. They gave it to Baker anyways, but he deserves that Heisman. That's what I'm saying. So I think that he's the most
think they'll figure
talented
him out
player
next
on the
year.
field. No, they're not going to figure him out.
Yes, they will.
No, they won't. Because
They figure them all out.
dude, once he can settle in the pocket and pass, I think he's better than just running.
He did thread the needle on that one pass.
That was it. He
Yeah.
didn't. There were so many bad throws, though.
Dude, he's the truth, man.
You know what's funny about us all being here right now? No, but you know what's funny is that we're all here right now. Is that we did this preseason, before week 1 going into the NFL of who was going to be the best rookie quarterback. We all said Baker, and Ryan said, "How could you guys fucking say that?" And now he can't do nothing but sing his praises, saying he's gonna,
Dude, that guy's
roll over the Ravens right now.
Hey.
Yeah, that's why you can't predict things. You can't. You know what I mean? Even the best analysts can't predict.
I think if Hugh Jackson's not their head coach at the start of the season, they're making the playoffs this year. Like that team's good.
Yeah. Yeah, and once you bring a winning culture into an organization, that turns it around. Yeah. Yeah, but no, I think Harbaugh knows how to scheme like a motherfucker, dude. No, I think Harbaugh knows how to scheme. He knows how to get the people that he knows are talented, act like he knows how to get them yardage. He knows how to move the offense down the field. If you look at how many hits he's taken, Lamar Jackson's taken like the third most sacks in the, since in his start. He's been sacked something like 30 plus times.
But they could finally finish with their first. When was the last time you remember the Browns having a record over 500?
Yeah,
that was a long time ago.
It's been a while.
And if they win this weekend, that'll happen.
Well, I mean, the other true spoilers this week could definitely be Washington. If Philadelphia, the Eagles play the Redskins, if Philly wins and Minnesota loses, then Philly gets into the playoffs and Nick Foles, becomes Nick Foles again. But
I like Nick Foles. I feel like they didn't give him enough shot. Like, he played so well, and then he had like a slump, and they just like fucking.
He's streaky though.
They wrote him off.
Yeah.
And then he's come back since then.
You guys hear about Carson Wentz and his vertebrae? Apparently he's been playing with a broken vertebrae for 3 weeks.
The
team doctors just didn't say anything.
You could tell.
No, they're like, how fucked up is that? They just didn't tell him.
These team doctors, they're just no wonder as to why.
Oh yeah, then we got the Steelers and the Bengals. As we were talking about, the Ravens lose, Steelers win,
and the
Steelers are in.
Lose to the Bengals,
This wouldn't be the first time the Bengals are
you know what would be
spoilers.
hilarious is if the Ravens lost and so did the Steelers.
They both lost. There's
They
no
both
way.
lost. I don't know, dude. The Bengals, that's their MO. They've played spoilers for years.
Yeah, but this Bengals team's
Garbage.
it's bad. This is like the
Straight
worst
up
Bengals
garbage.
team we've seen in a
I
long
think
time.
AJ Green's out too, right?
They lost AJ
Oh, yeah.
Green.
Is he done for the
Aren't
year?
are they in their third quarterback or second still?
The Redskins are on their fourth quarterback.
Yeah.
I think Josh Johnson, did he get hurt too?
Probably.
I
They're on
don't
their
know.
sixth. No.
Who knows what they're gonna do?
They extended an offer to Dean Latney, but he turned it down.
Yeah, it's too cold out there.
It's too cold.
Washington State's freezing. Oh man, and then the game that I think is the most interesting is the Titans and the Colts. The NFL actually flexed that game to be the Sunday night game just because of the playoff implications.
I mean, you had to.
Well, there hasn't been any sort of sudden death type of game since
But that's what makes it so
2015.
exciting. Just the fact that they recognize that and they're like, you know what, make this the prime.
I'm
time
taking the
game.
Colts on this one.
I am too. I think
Ooh.
Mariota's hurt. I don't
Yeah,
think he's
I think
playing.
he is. Like, I feel
You'd have to take the Colts.
Yeah,
Even
they're
the
just
Titans
a
are playing
better
the Super Bowl.
overall team. Like, I feel like the Titans
they have a
really
great
solid.
linebacking crew.
Yeah, they
They're
have
not
the
going to be
better
able to run.
defense.
They're not going to be able to run the ball against them. That's the
Hey,
thing.
kudos to
Yeah, they-
Andrew Luck though for getting that team turned around.
He's playoff or comeback player of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he
Easy.
has to get it.
You know, he went through a lot of injuries, a lot of like, it was his neck or something like that, or his shoulder,
Yeah, something
whatever
like
it was. I mean, he.
But that dude was just getting blasted behind the line. Their defense is serviceable right now, so they're not a team that I'd be scared of in the playoffs, but they're certainly a team.
You going Titans?
Really, Titans are. They do have a stout defense,
They got
and they
good
can run the
defense.
ball now. So
Yeah, but
I wouldn't be shocked if the Titans won it.
maybe got the ninth best run defense. I feel they're the better overall team.
Yeah, I think Ebron's done for the year, isn't he?
I don't know. I thought he was back last week.
Well, God, Frank Wright used to suck with the
You
Chargers,
cannot say
man.
that name around here.
And then
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
hate that dude.
He's garbage.
Well, for the Chargers, but he was
Yeah.
great with the Eagles.
Well, no, I think he was more advanced as an offensive mind than they allowed him to. He was just a QB coach. He wasn't making any.
He was offensive coordinator for the Chargers too, right?
Oh, the Turner years, right? Or Mike McCoy. Sorry.
Yeah.
He got fired. Didn't he get fired?
Yeah, he's unemployed right now. I
For
think.
the Cardinals. He's
Yeah.
the offensive coordinator for the Cardinals. Mike McCoy. That bum.
Tank Commander Mike McCoy.
Yeah, God.
He said-
Those are some sorry ass years. Huh?
He's the Tank Commander for sure.
Anthony Lynn's definitely he's shown some signs of they're saying that he's up there for possibly as coach of the year.
Well, like your dad said, he's got big hairy balls.
He's
Really hairy balls.
definitely going for the 2 points against the Chiefs. That's huge.
But you had to.
Yeah, well,
You had to do
if
that.
it was under the Mike McCoy years to kick the field goal, playing something stupid, but just the fact that that was great.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know we're doing only NFL really. There wasn't too much in NBA. MLB, not a lot of moves.
The Lakers beat Golden State on Christmas.
They
Yeah,
did.
that was pretty crazy.
LeBron growing
Christmas
strain.
miracle.
Yeah. MLB, dude, Machado and Harper need to make a move. I mean,
Hey, didn't I tell you
right
guys
at the
this?
end.
Didn't I tell you guys this? This was going to happen after the New Year's. It was going to happen at the. It's just the direction, man. Machado for sure to the Yankees. I could see
Harper's looking like he's going to go to the Dodgers.
Harper to the Dodgers would make the most sense because they just flipped two of their best outfielders and. That was clearly a salary dump. They didn't really get any good prospects in return. I know Kemp, I think, he had already been bought out at that point, so they weren't really paying him that much. But Puig, I think, was making some good coin. So that was strictly a salary dump for some low-level prospects, I think they got. And you want to obviously get rid of your logjam by unloading those two. And you can, I mean, if you land Harper, you landed one of the best outfielders in the game.
Yeah. Brandon had a proposal for us, Ryan, in this upcoming season with the trade or with the off-season trades and stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to throw this. So, if the Padres can deal for a true ace, we all have to go to spring training and record a podcast over there.
I want to go regardless. I've never been.
Well, Kluver, I just heard from, I think, Dennis Lynn or the Union Tribune guy said the Padres deal for an ace. It's not going to be Marcus Stroman or Corey Kluver. So I think you're in the clear there. Those are the two guys they've been recently tied to. But I am hearing that JT Real Muto, the Padres are in on him again. So I don't know if that's just as a 3-team trade or. Oh, I would love to have Andujar. I still,
yeah.
I mean, he would cost the Kings bounty to get him though. I think we would have to give up at least 2 of our top 100 prospects and a major league ready prospect like a Renfroe. That I would be willing to trade or what they would want. The thing is I like Andujar, but I don't think I'd be willing to trade all these guys for him. I don't know. I would trade either Renfroe or Franmil Reyes, and that would be my major league ready player. And then I would probably be willing to trade either Luis Patino, which he's a top 50 prospect, he's right there, and maybe like Cal Quantrill, and that's about it. Mejia, Paddock. Ooh, he's one guy. That would be a hefty pay, but Urias. That's it. And he's still in edges too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be willing to trade like Margot or Renfroe, Logan Allen.
Oh, he was the top-rated catcher when we traded for him.
Yeah, and Paddock's like top in.
I'm just not ready to make a decision as to whether or not I want Hedges or Mejia at this point. I value starting pitching more than a third baseman for us as far.
It really is.
Yeah, but considering we don't have a true ace,
you don't need an ace. The Rays did it with only one.
They had it like the best ace though in baseball.
No, in baseball,
Snell was a stud this year. He was a. We don't right now, and that's what we need right now. We need a top tier guy to show the younger guys how to get it done. Third base.
It's not.
Third base
coaching is how I did it. You only need a veteran.
We don't
to show
have
you
coach,
how to get
we
through
can't
the
coach
season.
for our team. Can't coach for shit. We get all these top 100 prospects to come up, and they can't show anybody how to get it done.
Well, it's coaching, not veteran leadership that needs to show you how to pitch in a game.
Yeah, but you still want a guy who your young guys can like model from. You're still like.
Well, that's just you model the veterans after how they go day to day in their lifestyle, not how they pitch or how they're going to throw to this guy. That's coaching. Coaching does that metrics. They just want a veteran guy to be there to say, let's show up at 7:30 today, and we're going to run a little bit and do all this stuff. Come through my workout. That's why you want a veteran guy there to train them to be a consistent player. Not
you have guys
like, hey, this guy's really weak against the curveball, so go ahead and throw him a curveball, slider outside. You know what I mean? Like, he's not doing that. Like
Yeah.
once you're at that level, you don't need a veteran guy to coach you. That's why you have a coach there.
Yeah, but you have. I mean, you don't really need a coach to do that then either. You could just get some like.
Then why do you have coaches? That's what a
some
coach is there
business,
for.
some analytics guy. No, well, I mean the coaches.
That's what coaches are basically analytics guys now. They just sit there and listen to numbers all day.
Not entirely, but
A majority of it is
so
that.
no, they're. I feel like the old school guys. I mean, they obviously have like a set routine, and I'm not saying that the coaching staff has no value at all either. But I'm saying there's a lot of value into having a true guy who's been there, done that guys can look up to and know how to.
Yeah, but you
to
want that
play,
when you have
like-
a winning season. You get later in the season and deep into the
But-
season for how to treat yourself day to day. You don't need. I mean, if anything, you just need somebody that can win ball games for you. You
Well,
don't need a guy. You don't even need.
And
a,
that would help in having a true ace.
You know,
would
what I
help
mean?
you
Like
win
if there
ball
was a
games.
Josh Gordon equivalent in baseball, you need that guy. That's who you need. You need the guy that no one else wants but has talent. You need that guy on your team to just win ball games. You don't need him to teach anybody anything else. You just need somebody to, light the fire.
Well, we don't have either of those. right
Exactly.
now,
That's
so-
why we need something.
But I would rather. That's just my personal preference. Having a true ace is something this team has lacked since Jake Peavy. So it's.
Yeah.
I mean, to have someone of that caliber.
But as Ryan said, like the true ace is dead. You look at it like average starters are only throwing 4 innings, like 4.5 innings.
Well, they're throwing like 5+, almost 6. But you still want to have one guy who you can count on to pitch for you. The fact that we had Clayton Richards start our opening day is pretty sad.
Well, I think that was just more of a respect thing because he's never done that before.
I think he's done it before us before.
I think it was a
True
respect.
respect is about winning.
I think it was more of a respect thing. They were like,
we-
"Hey, listen, we signed you. You're old as shit. This is the only chance you're
I
gonna get."
think we have solid guys who have the potential to be a third baseman down the road, but I'm obviously having one more good bat in the lineup would obviously help the team. But I think having someone who could truly go out there every 5th day and help get you set up your bullpen, which we always have a great bullpen. So every 5th day get you a win. That's just something this team hasn't had in a long time.
Well, I just think, I think the bullpen is what's going to win us, and I think our young talent coming up, you get young arms in the starting rotation,
We do already, but and then
you're going to I mean, you look at Casey and Lauer.
Yeah, they
Those were
they
young
tapered
arms
off at
that
the
were-
end though, but I'm still.
Yeah.
But
That's what I mean, and
that's
that's when a veteran guy would make sense to show them how to last a full season.
Oh,
Yeah, the
well,
whole
and
team
that
as a
didn't
whole
happen
just kinda
though.
just- I don't know.
Yeah.
tapered
Luke
off.
Casey didn't start until like a month into the season. So with same with Lauer, and at that point the team. Just,
Well, I mean, then Lauer suffered injuries, so he didn't play a full season.
Lauer. One thing I love about Lauer, just like a side note, he owns the Dodgers, which that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
There's very few players we can say that Padres have someone who can just flat out
Dominate a team.
dominate a team.
Yeah, Dodgers.
God, well,
Dodgers, Giants.
Well, I mean, there's not really any other news. The IIHL, the World Juniors competition, as it's called, is going on right now. The Canadians beat Denmark 14-0 yesterday. So, I mean, that's a ridiculous score in hockey in general.
14 to 0.
Yeah, they scored 14
yeah, that
goals.
is.
That has the Canucks #1 pick Quinn Hughes on the team. So,
Quinn
You've
Hughes.
been to a Canucks game?
I have. Sarah and I's first date actually was to Anaheim Ducks game. It was the Ducks versus the Capitals because I'm a huge Alexander Ovechkin fan. That was one of our first dates.
You
there.
sound like a bandwagon fan. Capitals, Canucks.
Well, I've been a Canucks fan since I was a kid, and Alexander Ovechkin's just a fucking badass.
I'm just
so-
messing.
Did you play hockey at all?
When I was a kid, I played a season of hockey over at the UTC Mall, and then I don't know.
That's hard.
Rollerblades
Ice
are hot.
skating is so hard.
Hockey is hard.
I'm a really good ice skater.
Granted, they wear
was
different skates and stuff. Like, when you go to
Well, ice skate. So like figure skaters skate on a really thin, like
Yeah.
razor blade edge,
Yeah.
and then hockey players is like a U shape, like this, like it's concave. Like there's a piece of ice that isn't being touched, so you can turn better, and they're really easy to stay stable on. But Brandon was talking about how he went to the Hotel Del.
Yeah,
and
they
were
had
ice skating
rink there.
And there's a bunch of dicks that were like blazing around the rink.
So there's
Really?
And in my
no
head,
one knows what they're doing.
in my head, I was like, that was me as a kid. Like I used to fucking gas it around there. Like,
it was super crowded. For some reason, these guys, I think they just want to show off the fact that they're really good at skating, and everyone else is skating around like a nice,
that was
slow
that was me
circle.
as a kid when I was like
And I'm
12,
like,
13.
and every once in a while, the guys were skating really fast with each hit, and it just put a smile on my face. I'm like, that's what you get for fucking trying to show off like
Oh my
that.
god.
You just sound like a bitter old man.
Hey, dude.
Screw those cake eaters.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cake eaters need to chill on the skates, man.
Well, all right, I got our stat of the day this week. Ryan, you ready for this one?
It's been 29 episodes long that the three amigos in a podcast have been going on. Ryan tuned out.
I think we lost Ryan. I think he hung up. Well, this one is, it's football inspired. It's our 29th episode, like you said, so it's 29 inspired. Larry Fitzgerald has less drops in his career than he does tackles. So Larry Fitzgerald has more tackles than drops. He has 29 drops and 37 tackles.
So that could mean one of two things. He's really good at catching the ball, or his quarterbacks throw a lot of interceptions.
I mean, I don't know. 37 tackles is kind of a
If
lot
there's
for
one
a player.
player that-
like
From
an
a wide
offensive player,
receiver.
yeah.
I feel so bad for him.
Oh God!
He's
The
tried to do
nicest
the
guy.
right thing his whole life, like his whole NFL career.
There's not a
Like,
guy who doesn't like Larry Fitzgerald out there, though.
No, you can't. Like the guy is just he's the epitome of like a team sport. Like,
He's the Tony
Yeah.
Gwynn of football right now.
pretty much.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, great. So he has 29 drops on 2,111 targets. So I mean, you know what I mean? Like that's hardly any drops, regardless of how many tackles he has. That's an unbelievable amount of drops. Like
No, yeah, for sure. What's his nickname? I forgot. It's like Sticky Fingers Larry or something like that, or Larry Sticky Fingers.
Larry Sticky Fingers.
oh, Larry Sticky Fingers.
Oh,
McGee.
Larry Sticky Fingers.
And he hops and jumps away.
Is that, like you guys think he's done after this year?
Yeah, I think so.
He should be.
Yeah,
And
like
it's not
I
his
said,
fault though. No, I mean, it would kind of tarnish all the work he's done. But if he hopped on if he was a ring chaser,
Yeah, the thing is like the Cardinals are so far away from.
Oh, yeah, they're like in ultimate.
He could-
rebuild.
Yeah, they're in a serious like. Yeah, like part of the whole Larry Fitzgerald legend and stuff is the fact that he's stuck with the team through all these different like Carson Palmer, whatever you think about him. I didn't think he was that good.
Yeah.
So,
well, he was serviceable.
he
He
was
was
serviceable. Like the last
He was
good quarterback he
consistent.
had was Kurt Warner.
He was like a Heinz Ward mixed with Calvin Johnson. You know what I mean? Like he could go across the middle and wouldn't be afraid. He's a
The
big
bullpen
body.
Are you talking about Larry Fitzgerald or?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like, he's a big body guy that could like go up and get the ball.
I thought you were
but-
talking about Carson Palmer.
Yeah, Carson Palmer is a mix of those two guys.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what?
Oh, that bum.
Carson Palmer was like a poor man's Brett Favre mixed
Yeah.
with a Blake Bortles.
He's like Andy Dalton 10 years from now.
Very true. Andy Dalton gets the call and he wins the Super Bowl. You're like, oh, that guy was always good.
Yeah. Well,
Aren't you a Dalton fan?
No, he's just a redheaded.
That's
he's a redhead
it.
guy
No,
like me.
Redheads stick together.
I don't be a fan of him. It's
Is
just
he-
like if I see him, I'm like, hey, good job for what
In
you
like
did
the
for our
top
community.
five, in the top
Good
five
job what you
redhead
did for our
athletes,
community.
Does Andy Dalton fall in that category?
Well, it depends on where you put Dennis Rodman.
No.
You know, he had red hair at one point.
Dean's hair's not even that red, though.
Orange.
It's orange.
It's a unique color.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's not. You're not a.
I have part of
He's
my
like,
soul.
no.
I have part of my soul. It's still
I
there.
don't see something wrong with
So the other thing is that I think Larry Fitzgerald's going to retire because he finally got his first passing touchdown last week.
Well, he finally got his.
So that's everything that you got to do.
Well, he finally got his degree with Phoenix University.
University of Phoenix. He takes the classes on his schedule.
He did it for his mother and blah blah blah.
Fucking ridiculous.
How many commercials I had here on Monday Night Football?
Larry Fitzgerald is Kevin Harlan. Oh man, well Enrique, thank you for joining us. I think we're wrapping it up.
I thought we just started.
You thought
This pod went pretty quickly. But
It's like playful banter that was going on.
we're an hour 10 in, and Daddy's got to pee. So
you said baby's gotta pee?
Daddy's got to pee. I don't know what baby's gonna
That's
do. Gonna watch the end of AI and cry more.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Well, give the All Bad their plug.
No, you give them their plug.
So,
I don't know their plug.
Yeah,
You don't know it? What I know it?
No,
everyone,
no,
you can follow-
Enrique.
Oh, you're gonna do the
If
plug?
you want to hear non-sports,
You guys want to hear the most
related,
annoying,
topics,
the
like
most annoying
movies,
noise in the
food,
world?
If you want to hear somebody
music,
cry over AI,
You can follow the All Bad Podcast on Instagram at All Bad Podcast. We're on all podcast platforms at All Bad Podcast.
Start
give us a
wait.
review.
Start over, dude. You sound like you're reading it. Like, have some energy.
come on, be
Like, give it to
enthused,
me.
man.
Be like, we're on Instagram.
We're on Instagram at the All
everywhere
Bad
you wanna-
Podcast.
Everywhere you listen to podcasts.
You can listen to us on all the podcast platforms at All Bad Podcast.
Follow it up with like a Sum 41 lyric.
So man, the party like my name is LK. As a kid, what's a kid doing my name? Yeah, my old house party cause nobody cares. Yeah, so you can follow us. We have these bum holes on every once in a while. Who knows when they'll be on next.
Who knows how words are
If any of
formed?
them are not
We're
working
coming on this
tomorrow, they
weekend.
get to hop on our podcast tomorrow.
I have tomorrow off, so I'll be there.
You want to be there?
Yeah, showing
I'll
up.
send you the notes. It's just the top 5. It's like top 5, like everything, like movies. You go to a bunch of
Showing
movies.
up.
Yeah.
Do I
Show
go to a bunch of movies? I don't
Show
go to a
enough.
lot of movies.
Well, just have in mind, like, is 11 o'clock this year?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like Stranger Things. Like, is 11 in your top 5?
Just show up at 11.
number 11.
Okay. You're one of our favorite podcasts. Both of you, like that was one of our most popular podcasts.
Nice. That's
Well, it's
because
probably-
And I do want to get on the record as saying that
Probably
I
'cause
do
we're
not
live.
dislike jazz music. I
Enrique
do not
hates jazz music.
No, I have a vinyl. I have a record player.
I have a
No. Enrique was a fan of jazz music. He just couldn't believe that that's all you listen to.
No,
And
I
I
think
we
we
were
were
on
all.
the topic of working out. Like
We
you
were all
work
in
out
that.
to
I do
jazz-
not
boat.
work out to jazz music.
I thought
by
it
the
was
way.
you work out to jazz music and Hans Zimmer.
No, I work
Hans
out.
Zimmer jazz music.
I work out to motivational videos.
Okay, that's almost as bad.
That's even creepier.
No, it's not.
You just have a guy in your ear going, "You can do this. Everything you see, you can attain.
No,
Breathe it, believe it, achieve it.
no.
Let's go."
When you're working on your goals, think about it.
Those motivational videos do not sound like what you're talking about.
I got some good ones. Honestly, there was a few times where in dark parts of my life, I would throw on some of those. I would take they would make those videos on YouTube, and I would just record. You do that little take the YouTube video and you can turn it into an audio file, and I would do that, and I would just have a collection of them. Les Brown was my favorite. There's what's his name, Eric.
Thomas.
Yeah, that dude scares me.
Tony Robbins is good. There's a lot of them, man. Matthew McConaughey's really good too. He's got a good one.
So when are you
But-
gonna do the fire walk? Will you do a podcast fire walk? That's gonna be our next challenge. Is the fire walk.
Oh, dude, no fucking doubt. I can't feel my feet anyways.
God,
You kidding me? When I was a kid, I burnt the shit out of my feet.
Oh
God, that sounds awful.
I used to
but
go surfing all the time, and I wouldn't wear flip flops. So I didn't like leaving shit on the beach. And I would just walk barefoot and burn the shit out of my feet. So
there you go.
dude, those
Well, Brandon, if you believe in Tony Robbins, you can do it.
those videos put everything
Believe it,
everything
achieve it.
into perspective, man.
if you breathe it and
I
achieve
believe it.
and believe it.
You need to
And jerk
listen
it.
to. You need to put in the subtle art. The subtle art of not giving a fuck is a really wonderful audiobook. Like
I'm not gonna listen to an audiobook.
it's more
So
uplifting.
you
than
listen to like, you don't listen to podcasts, but you listen to people speak motivational sentences.
that. Yeah, but they're under like. They
Wait,
put, like,
do you listen to like the words of affirmation? Like,
So what
you
they
are
do?
beautiful, you are great.
They put
No.
it under like some sort of royalty-free, like uplifting motivational song, like something that you would hear in the dark.
No.
It's pretty much Hans Zimmer.
It's
but they'll-
literally they put Hans Zimmer to like these guys saying like a bunch of
when
uplifting
you're working
shit.
on your dream.
Like,
No,
give us an example. What's the most motivational thing?
like what do you mean?
Like right now, what comes in your
I know
head?
exactly
If I'm like
what's coming out.
quote your motivational, you know,
Like what do you mean? Like
when you listen, when you're working out, envision
Can
yourself,
you motivate me right now?
close your eyes, and imagine a
Motivate
man
me,
with
motivate me.
with baggy pants and a slim.
Wait, what? What about baggy
There's
pants?
an office reference. What is the line that comes to you for being motivational workout music or whatever the fuck you listen to?
Well, for me, it's about putting everything in life. I feel like
Give me
is
the line.
no. There's no line. It's
Oh,
not a
there's
line.
no
line.
Motivation.
What is it?
It's not a line. No, everything. People get so caught up in their emotions that they don't focus on what their goals are. And so, if you focus on your goals and let your
What are
set
your
your
goals?
feelings aside, you can accomplish your goals.
What are your
People
goals?
get so caught up in their emotions that they let that compromise what their goals are.
What are your goals?
So, like, if let's say my goal is to be a successful person, I want to be able to make money and be happy.
So what are the words that you need to hear?
I just need to. I just need that.
Give me the line that you.
I don't.
hear in your
It's not
head.
a line. Stop saying it's a line. It's not a line.
Well, somebody says it, so it's a
No,
line.
they start talking about things, and then it puts everything into perspective. It's not.
So repeat what they say.
So you want me to repeat an entire story that somebody's telling you?
Just a snippet.
No, he needs to. Again, listen to the audiobook. It's very uplifting. The subtle art not giving a fuck and the motivational mix. Huge.
They're all good, though. I mean, all the motivational videos are good. I don't know what your hatred is for motivational videos.
I
but,
listen to him.
Who's
but-
that? You hate them?
No, I don't.
Oh.
but you guys are giving me shit for liking them.
No. I've never listened
We were-
to them, so I don't
no, I
know.
just- okay.
I'm asking you why.
When it comes down to it, I just thought it was funny. Like we were like discussing.
I'm
music.
trying to have you sell me on it. Why should I listen to them? That doesn't.
Why
sound
should you listen to them?
Yeah.
Because, man, they could change your life. I mean,
In what way? In what way?
because there's times in your life where, like I said, you have a certain feeling where you feel like maybe you can't accomplish something, or there's a goal that you feel like is unattainable, and you don't feel like you can accomplish it because you're feeling a certain way. Like,
And that's when I ignore my feelings, act like I have answers, and do
And then-
man shit.
and you just
And I get
you
going.
you stick your head down, you have a goal in mind, and you try your best to accomplish it. And so whether that's
Well, if I try for it, then I get it done.
well,
Oh,
You know,
it doesn't
you don't-
always work out like that. I think when it comes down to it,
yeah, there's times where you're gonna fail at things, and you're still gonna have to keep your head down and keep going. And there's so many times where you're gonna fail at things that you don't.
just like Rocky said, it doesn't matter how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get
That's
hit.
a great.
Keep moving
That's
forward.
a great line from it, though.
That's how winning is done.
So, but so many people get caught up in their failures that they don't focus on their goals.
Speaking of failures, this podcast. I'm kidding. I love this.
How's this podcast
The
a
all
failure?
bad
No.
podcast.
Honestly, like I'm sure you guys can. That's something we're going to discuss on our podcast tomorrow. Is like podcasting is definitely going to be like a highlight for this year. Like the fact that I dived
Yeah.
into it, like I talked about it all 2017, and then 2018 we finally like did it. There's a lot of people like, oh, we're going to do a podcast, and they, oh, I want to do a podcast. But it's like,
Well, no, I mean that was the thing. Like, I wanted to do when I talked to Sarah about it, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to talk to the guys." And I asked Brandon, and we just fucking started doing it.
yeah, and
There wasn't really a lot of prep work to it. There wasn't really a lot of thought of how we're gonna do it. You know, it's like I want to do this, we're gonna do it, and we figured it out as we went.
Yeah, I have to give you guys a lot of credit because it's like we were in the process of making it happen, but it was just kind of like we're at that stage where like there's like still uncertainty, and then I was on your guys' podcast, and then just like after that, I'm like, you gotta make this shit happen.
If you want to do it, you just gotta pull the trigger. You just
Right.
go for it.
Exactly.
right?
Like you can't hesitate.
Well,
like,
it's your
that's
first
the greatest
episode's not gonna be
lesson-
good.
The greatest lesson that my dad ever taught me is don't hesitate. You hesitate, you get hurt.
Oh, I heard you hesitate, you masturbate.
I think I was too young when I learned that lesson. You know, I was like 7 years old when he would say that to me. So,
Well,
as
that's
a
what
7-year-old, that
happened.
doesn't make sense. Because if you hesitate, you masturbate. What's masturbate?
What's last time?
Oh no, but I can't wait for 2019. You guys have been on like a roll.
I can't wait for it either, man. I mean, I'm excited. I hope next year. I hope people just aren't as sensitive.
Honestly, like
You know, there's words that I want to say again that I can't say.
It's never
The
gonna
R
happen.
word and the G word. Can't say those words anymore, but I want to.
I know.
Like that's G. Can't
Speaking
say
of,
that.
Speaking of the G word, I thought I said it on Saturday, and well, no, after we did as like our podcast, we kind of got together and we delivered like little bags filled with food, socks.
Oh
and
damn it! I
water.
wanted to bring that up earlier.
And so we delivered those, and I don't know no one's listening right now. This is how it works in the podcast world. But yeah, we delivered those, and we came back, and we were like playing with my buddy's drone in the backyard, and we get a little drunk, and we start saying things, and I do my best not to say any of those words anymore, just because I know the current climate of
People get offended.
yeah. So, but still, we like went outside, and then this guy came and was like, "You guys are fucking cocksuckers," and I was like, "What?" And this guy looked like a normal. He was wearing a Tesla hat, and I was like, he looked like he was gay. And I'm like, dude. And then like, what went through my head is like, did I say something? Like, did he? Because we were like drunk and like yelling in the backyard and stuff. And I was like, I don't remember something to say. And he was like,
Yeah.
"You guys are cocksuckers."
He said it twice.
Yeah, and he like looked at us. He's like, "Switching the robot."
You're like,
And I was
did
like-
you lose a bet that you have to wear a Tesla hat and get the shit kicked out of you?
I was
Yeah,
like, what
Because it
the-
sounds like that's about to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the only thing that went through my head because I was just like, did you see something? And every once in a while, we'll say, like, no,
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely agree with you. This whole like PC climate, and especially in the pot, there's just certain things like there's. And
Well, that's
I
the
don't
part
want,
that's so scary is that once it's out there, it's out there.
It is.
You can't get it back.
It is.
Once somebody downloads it onto a personal device, it's done forever.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, you could put it out there and you could say a bad word, you could say something incorrect,
Yeah.
and then you can pull it from your site. Somebody else has it.
Yeah.
Somebody else is out there that's, you
and-
know,
It's a scary climate, and it just seems like everyone's just out there trying to like
Find
find somebody. They're just trying to
oh,
find.
everybody's digging up old tweets.
Yeah.
That's like the social. Like if
Yeah.
I was an agent, I would immediately tell all my players like
They
we're gonna
try
do,
to.
We're gonna do a
but
social media
They
scrub, and
try
we're
to,
gonna.
but you think about how many posts there's been. Like, our Twitter feed has posted over 200 messages. Like, to scroll through over 200, you know what I mean?
But the
And some
thing is,
people
it's
have
like,
posted
it-
more than
but-
1,000.
But just think about how much money's at stake.
It's
You
tough, though.
you can afford to pay people to like scrub through that.
Yeah, but they want you. Okay, they want you to like be out there. Like the players that are like fan favorites, they're out there on social media. They're like
Yeah, yeah.
constantly posting things. Who knows what kind of stages they've been through and stuff. And yeah, I agree. There's got to be some scrubbers and stuff, but there's those people that are even like they're paying attention to people that they notice like that you have scrubbed tweets. Like they're just.
There's,
You're
technology
damned
out
if you
there.
do, you're damned if you don't. Like it's just like
Twitter's
there's people,
stored on a giant server, and that can be recovered. You know what I mean? I'm
It's
sure
just
shit's
sad, like-
backed up.
and it's just like people change. Like I
Yeah.
don't.
Well, it's society empowers these guys, though. Like, I mean, when
But you know
somebody
what I mean?
goes
It's
on
like
a
somebody can delete something off, like your email, like right? Like we all have Outlook for work.
Mhm.
Right.
Outlook backs it up to 30 days by default. Your company can set it back to whatever. So like whenever I have to go through a termination process, I back up everybody's, cloud server to our dedicated amount of days, 30 whatever plus days, and all their email comes back down from the server for all that shit that they talked about so-and-so and all that like insider information that they gave out to different clients, like whatever they gave out, it's all coming back.
Right.
So it's like on Twitter, I guarantee you there's somebody that's trying to make money, and they're like, hey, listen, I can give you this old tweet that they already scrubbed. Like, I can get you him saying the N-word or him saying some shit. If you give me, $10,000, they won't know. And
yeah, it's scary, and it's just like I feel
it's
like
shit, dude.
it's crazy because like podcasts are becoming a larger and larger like form of media.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like everyone. The thing that people love about podcasts is it's like unfiltered, but at the same time they want unfiltered, but they want
PC.
politically correct, but they want you to be real. Like it's just like
That's
They
just
want
not
you
how
to
the
walk
world is, though. The world
walk
is not PC.
Walk the boundary, but don't cross it.
yeah, it's just. And I mean, I listen to a lot of podcasts where it's just like that's just who they are. Like they don't give a shit. Like
But they're famous.
exactly. It
That's
comes
the
down
thing.
to like,
They're
they're
at that
famous
point.
and they've already established that's who they are. They're like the people that are politically incorrect and they have social media warriors constantly like attacking them and they just don't care. Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah. But, all right. Well, we are the Three Amigos and a podcast. Last episode of 2018. We will see you in 2019. Everybody have a happy new year. Hope you achieve your resolutions, everything like that. Follow us everywhere. You listen to podcasts, Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of shit. All Bad Podcast is here. Follow them. Instagram, Twitter, every platform. Give them a like, subscribe, everything like that. Everybody, happy new year.
See you next year.
Later.